Well, hey guys, welcome back to Sip, Savor, and Celebrate. I'm Chris.
And I'm Devin, and today we are talking about a brand known for additives.
It has definitely been a brand that has been super sweet. And I say that with all due respect because I always say, and you do too, drink what you like, you know?
But we are talking about Adictivo. However, when you were out in Cali adventuring for the new year, you met the owners and got to talking and said, what do you have that's additive free? Because your brand is no longer one that is solicited towards me. So what got me into the game, but what do you have now?
Yeah, and that's exactly
so
what I
he
said.
gave you...
He said, we came out with one option that does not have any additive. And by the way, he did tell me what the additive was.
Mhm.
For the others, they actually just add agave syrup. The honey from the agave goes into the other ones. That's why it's so much sweeter than the others. So it's not a chemical. He says, I'm not adding any chemicals, but I am adding the honey into a lot of them. And that honey is what makes it really sweet. Now, I enjoy the Black Label Añejo is the one that brought me over to, is one of them that brought me over to drinking tequila a lot. But when I told him my woes, just like you said, he said, you know what? We have one. We have one that we just brought out. It's called the Adictivo Craft. The Craft is, and first of all, I do have to admit, I've always liked their bottles. I think they're beautiful. They're ingenuitive. They're solid.
It's a rock.
This one is a rock. Other ones are glass, but they're twisted, and it's kind of cool. So he said, "Yep, I've heard this a lot, and I've heard you guys, and here's what we got to offer." And it's the same thing Asombroso did. They came out with their additive-free one. I love that one. It's really good. Well, let's get into this, but before we get into this, I want to talk about our sponsor. Our sponsor is The Neat Glass. TheNeatGlass.com. You can get over there, use our promo code
SSCNEAT,
and get 15% off all glassware. This happens to be the footed, which is called the Elite. That's the competition without the foot. And then they have the Elegant, which is the one with the stem that you see us do on here a lot of times. Great glassware. They're backed by science, and you get to smell exactly what they meant when they made the actual spirit.
But this is non-1477, so they do a good job over there. And if you're made it this far, do us a favor. Hit that like, share us with your friends, and help us continue to reach that 1,000 marker for subscribers.
Yes, please. And if you'd like to donate, we won't say no. There's a donate button. There's a sticker button. There's a membership button.
Yeah, you can give us stars. And so that, is all rated on what you guys are enjoying.
So their tequila comes from the valleys, and their method of doing this, of making their tequila, is fermenting in stainless steel tanks without the fibers. They use copper pot stills, roller mill to crush it, stone brick ovens to cook it, and deep well water to rinse the fibers. This particular one is another 40% alcohol by volume, so that makes it 80 proof. Let's get into it. What are you getting?
It smells like a nice mezcal to me, like that kind of full flavor, the earthy, the well-rounded. You aren't getting one way or the other. It's just kind of complex.
I'll go with you on that because I feel that this has the wonderful characteristics of an agave that's resourced from the valleys. It's very vegetal, very mineral. Not much mint or citrus like the Los Altos gives me, but
it's also not agave forward either.
I think it's all on one playing field. There's not one thing that's first, second, third, or fifth. It's kind of like I smell the agave. I smell like a good minerality, a vegetalness, even earthy. Yeah, that's what I'd go with.
Well, let's get into it.
Salud.
Let's see if this one's better.
This is definitely from the valleys. It's got that great briny salt. It's agave. I'm getting mint on this now. Like the resting on the palate kind of ends into it, like a spearmint.
So it is definitely a beautiful kind of sweet cooked agave that comes out. But then for me, it kind of finishes off in like a creme brulee style, sweetness that's from the agave. This one doesn't have anything added to it,
Yeah, it's
so
not syrup.
it's the agave itself, which isn't a bad thing. It's just from them cooking it and turning it and all that stuff.
Hmm.
Um,
I enjoy this. I would buy it.
and then you get a little bit of mint that they use just to kind of round it all out. I'm not mad at it.
No, and it wasn't that bad a price. I bought this one in Tijuana, and there was it was right there on the shelf, and we were like, oh my god, I couldn't find it anywhere here yet. But when we were in Tijuana, it was right there on the shelf, and I want to say it was like 70, $80, maybe if that. I thought it was a fair deal, and in a beautiful glass. This one is way more like this one is definitely a porcelain instead of a glass like some of the other ones. But hey, I'm a go. I'm a yes on this one. This is definitely Adictivo. I will recommend.
It is delicious. So you know what? We again thank you for making it this far and tuning in. And please remember to share us with your friends. And until next time, don't forget to always sit, savor, and celebrate.
Salud.